Jerry here, KO Media. I'm here with Chris, the bad guy, Bungard, who's fighting Benjamin Brander tomorrow in Bellator London. So nice of Chris to chat to us so late on the eve of fight night. So how are you going, Chris? How are things with you?
It's actually been so smooth, this fight camp and the weight cut, my diet. I don't even feel like I've cut weight this morning. It's been that good. I changed up a wee bit with my nutrition for my last fight because I really struggled with a weight cut and I was just too heavy going in and it affected my performance. So, I mean, I feel brilliant right now. I had a smooth weight cut, so hopefully I can take it on to the fight now and there's no excuses then,
I was talking to, I think, going by that accent, you're a Scot, yeah?
Of course, man, you know I'm a fucking Scot.
Yeah, no, you're a Scot.
I've got a stupid English accent there.
But this is a story this week because I was talking to Robert Whitefords,
yep.
and in our interview it came up that he wants to bring Bellator up to Glasgow.
Yeah.
And I presume that's something that would be in your mind as well.
Well, I've been campaigning for it since the moment I signed for Bellator. Obviously, a big win in my debut in Newcastle. I've got a great following. I think we could do damage in the hydro, sell it out. Roberts came for the UFC, took it to the hydro. ACB, I fought with him there at the hydro. I fought with him in ACB Manchester. Shows before that, SFC. So me and Rob have been came up together. So me, him and Chris, I think we could, and a couple of Scottish guys down the line I think will get signed as well. And not even that, bring the English, bring the Irish over, like we'll fucking sell it out. I know it. We can create an atmosphere like the football. I go to the football every week, Celtic Park sold out, Ibrox, Hampden. We create a great energy and great atmosphere, even at concerts and stuff, the Hydro, the Barrowlands, like we can sing just like as much as the Irish and we like to have a good time. So I think Bellator just need to take a wee chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're taking a chance at all because you probably haven't time to look at other interviews. Like the one thing Robert said was that he will fill the hydro.
Yeah.
I mean, the hydro will be full for an event.
Yeah, totally. But they don't show any love to the Scottish. Like Bama days, Cage Warriors still never been, in God knows how many years. So hopefully me, Robert and Chris go on a good run, good performances, and then we'll see, right, let's take it up the road.
And it's been a while since there's been a big event in Scotland, a big MMA event.
UFC, a couple of years ago, UFC was here. There's rumours that it got to be here next year, we don't know. Obviously my teammate Paul Craig just came off a great performance against Shogun in Brazil last week, which I was there. I've just actually flew from Brazil to here, so we're doing our bit, not me, we're doing our bit. The Cage Warriors, world champions like Ross Houston, Scottish, we're doing our bit, but just need a wee bit of backing for like big organisations. Yeah,
and what Robert was saying, and I know this is about your fight, not anyone else's, but Robert was saying that like he's eyeing up a big performance to force Bellator's hand about Glasgow, and I mean I think two big performances tomorrow night, and like the argument to be unstoppable, won't it?
Yeah, well, he's got a good fight in Sam, so Robert goes out and puts him away. I put Brander away. And it can all be good things for Scottish MMA and the Bellator scene. I mean.
Yeah, and of course it's the fight business. And I mean, I have to say, and David Green, are you listening? I've been obviously.
Listen, David Green.
Listen, David Green.
Motherfucker.
Beep.
He's not got social media, so I can't just hound him on it. It's only when I see him at Bellator shows and I just pester him.
Well, as you know, I've been pumping out content all day.
Yeah, man, appreciate that as always.
And there's one fighter whose social media has exploded, and that's Chris Bungard.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. People, I think I've just got a dab hand in all social media, but I feel like it's a big involvement in a fighter. Is you need to get your name out there. You need to use your social media. You need to keep active. And it's just something I enjoy doing, but on the bad side, I'm addicted to my phone, so it's never out my fucking horn. So maybe I need to sit it down for now and then and spend less time on it, but I like using it sometimes, social media wise.
And of course, being from Ireland, it would be remiss of me not to mention that you spent some time over in Ireland.
Yeah.
And that didn't end up very well, did it?
No, it didn't. I trained there for 5 years and I loved it. I actually loved going to Ireland, getting away from Scotland. It was zoning out, tough rounds, tough training, good coaching, just to bring myself on as a fighter and a person. And just all of a sudden, like your man Peters just asked to fight me. And he was just saying like, oh, we could sell it well because you pull a lot of fans and it'll be a good draw. And I was just like, listen, I'm not into that. Like, I train there, like I enjoy it. That was just weird. And he started on me a wee bit because I'd beat Brazier and he lost to Miles. And we had a spar before it, and I trained in his gym. A documentary was shot in his gym. And he was all for it, all happy, congratulate me. And then all of a sudden, because I didn't want to fight him, he just started on me. So I think it was a wee bit of jealousy because you had a good spar with me, like I'm beating this guy, and then all of a sudden I'm not allowed back over to SBG. I still talk to all the guys, like I talk to Kiefer and James and Charlie the day, Richie. They're all great guys still, but he took that away from me, and that was quite annoyed me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and I know that. I think at the time I reached out to you, I talked to you, and you said you're just too annoyed to talk about it.
Aye, and it still does annoy me because I even told him like, just shut up, let me get on with this fight. And then fight week for me here a couple of days ago, he's out tweeting about me again, just making up lies. I'm just like, I'm trying to focus on this guy, and he done it for my last fight and on. He's a bit of a rat, to be fair. So I just don't want to even involve myself with him.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to annoy you about that.
No, I'll talk about it. I'm very open and I'm very truthful and I'm an honest guy. So, but that's it in a nutshell. He started deleting his comments that he used to send me, like, great work, brother. He went back and deleted them all. Like it was like some sort of psycho ex-girlfriend. I don't know what his problem is. I think he's fighting demons his own self, try to be the best sparrer in the gym and win all his rounds. I'm like, I'm not. If that's the way you roll, that's not me. You know what I mean? I'm just there to get better, and it's what it is. So I move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we will just leave that subject very shortly. But just maybe it's an unfair question to ask. It's not. You'll say you'll answer it in 2 days' time. But if Jill Samuel came along and said, "I'm going to match you with Peter," what would your reaction be?
Yeah, there was talk of it, but the guy that just pulled out of me, Mario, they're wanting to maybe do that again. So Mario, then probably maybe Peter, but I kind of don't want to give him what he's the way he's done it. I don't want to give him the satisfaction of it. So, we'll see. But I think Mario Saeed, the guy who got injured there, who was supposed to fight, I think he'd maybe be next. Because me and him had a lot of beef, and Bellator were really pushing it, and I think it'd be a good fight. He's got a big crowd, I've got a big crowd, but I don't know, that the Bellator Dublin cards in February, Peter was moaning about the co-main event, and I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, so how about this one? How about a main event or a co-main in Glasgow against Peter? Would you be up for it?
Of course, man, I'll fight anybody. Like, when I was training over there, Peter texted me, asked me to spar with him, and I stayed across the road from the gym, and I says, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I went across the road, sparred with him like that. Like, I don't fear anybody, I don't fear that guy. I've sparred with him hundreds of times. I know what he's good at, I know what he's not good at. I know he's tough as shit. But I think Glasgow, a main event or a co-main event, I think that's what he was really pushing for when I first getting a lot of... I was getting a lot of push after the Brazier fight. They were talking about Hydro. I think that's why he's like, maybe I could get the opposite side of him and like generate a big show. So maybe, man, he's done his way into this that much that he's probably got to get his own way. But I wouldn't mind. I'd fight anybody in Glasgow. Just get it to Glasgow. I'd fight anybody there. Not me.
In or out of the cage?
Yeah, any of them.
Anyway, we'll drop that subject entirely.
I don't mind. I'm up for that, man.
So listen, like, you've been around a while. I mean, the Brazier fight. I mean, do you feel you're kind of on the rise again, pretty much?
A wee bit. But also, all comes down to this next performance. Obviously, my last one, I wasn't myself. Take nothing away from Charlie. He's an incredible athlete, and I was absolutely fucked. But it's all part of it. You know what I mean? The weight cut is just as important as the fight, and I really fucked up the last time. So a good win here, get me back up there. Me and Terry had a few words earlier on that he didn't really like before the weigh-in. So if he wants to run that back, then I'm all for that. But I've got a few now.
So you got a few irons in the fire here.
Man, I don't know why, man. I'm the coolest guy about here, man. But I think he just can't accept the fact that I beat him, and that's the way it is. He says I was talking about on Instagram. I was like, well, you were giving me it tight, and it was back and forth. That's just the way it is. But so we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. Because he's got a big fight. That's a tough fight.
Oh, that's a cracker, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Weedy and Wild fight. I think that's fight the night all.
Actually, let's talk about this card a little bit. I mean, there's so many interesting fights on this card. It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. Back Brazier is a tough one for me. I think Back's got to beat him. As I just said, Charlie, Weedy and Tim Wild's a cracker.
Yeah.
You've got Alfie Davis. They're a lot. Three I just mentioned are in my division, obviously, but all the way up the card, obviously the Shipman one, that's got to be good with Fabian. I mean, they were rolling about today, so that's got to be good. So yeah, even top to bottom, Akon and all the guys that are on first and that, they could be, any of them could be higher up in the card. It's just like, how do you put 18 fights? Somebody's got to go at the start. I mean, I'm happy with being the number 10 slot. That's kind of just above middle. But I won my main card.
And what about Bellator? Like, Bellator are absolutely flying, aren't they? I mean, they're basically making all the right moves.
Yeah, they're saving us. They're saving our lives. All these fighters.
Yeah.
We're making a living. You know what I mean? And they're doing a lot of shows. We're keeping us active. This is my third fight in 9 months. When I first signed, I'm like, right, how much time's they got to get me out? 3 fights in 9 months. I'm like, happy days. You know what I mean? Keep this up. So they're doing wonders, and long may it continue.
Yeah. And listen, geez, you'll be making that walk within 24 hours. I better let you go shortly. Yeah. But let's return to Scotland.
Yeah.
Are there fighters to fill a card in Scotland?
Of course, definitely. There are 3 already in.
Yeah.
Me, Rob, and Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan, who already won in Dublin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then finally got signed. Us 3 alone are fan favourites. So they. You can get Ross Houston, who was a world champion at Cage Warriors. You can get people like Scott Malone, a few of my teammates. We've got a nation full of killers up there that wouldn't say no to fighting anybody. So
training or no training.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like, we just love to fight, just like the Irish.
So anyway, as you say, he won't be on social media, but I said to David Green anyway, come up to the Hydro, we'll fill the card, and guaranteed.
We'll fill your pockets as well.
And you're guaranteed a full house.
Oh, 100%. I think the Hydro Hod's like 11,000. No problem. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
no problem.
Tomorrow night it's Benjamin, so listen, Chris, thanks very much. It's quite late in the evening to drag you down from the room, so
that's okay. I'm just out filming my belly.
I'm wishing you the best, okay?
Thank you very much.
See you, man. Thank you very much. Jerry Cleo out. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. You're a star bar.
Okay.
That was okay. A bit long for you, sorry.